Verse. It is Mimi back in your faces again, and this is another video that I'm gonna do. And this video is something that I've really fallen in love with when it comes to life. And this video is about moving forward, moving on, just making peace with what didn't work, with life, with people, with anything that somehow you have to move it, like you have to move it on the side or you have to leave it behind you and just focus on your life now. And I've gotten some revelations that I'm going to talk to you about in between this video. And I want to call those the graduations of life. I mean, no, you're not dying, but graduating life meaning you're now qualified to go through life. That's when I say graduation of life. That's what I mean. You're qualified now to handle whatever life can bring you. And literally speaking, moving on, a lot of people say they've moved on, but most of them haven't. Moving on starts with the mind. Because some of us just decide we're going to move on because this thing didn't work out, because I didn't get the house, because I didn't get the car, I didn't get the job, I didn't get this, or whatever it is that you have to move forward from. People say, you know what, forget it, this and this and that, and I'm just going to move forward. But they're moving forward with that mentality still in their head. Oh my God, I lost this and this and that. And it's still going to somehow be played on in their mind. Moving on in life means you make peace with everything you're going to leave behind. Moving on in life means that you have to make peace with everything you're moving on from, you're moving away from, you're disconnecting your life from. If it's people, I know sometimes you just get in a situation where you just cannot be in the same room with somebody, and it can cause more damage being around that person just trying to make peace. But you can also make peace with them by yourself. What you talk to yourself about, what you think about that person, what you feel about that person. Moving on has a lot to do with forgiveness. You have to find a way to make peace with that person, whether it's with them or whether it's just by yourself about them. Moving on means you have to just necessarily play the situation in your mind and say this: it didn't work out. I didn't qualify for whatever. I didn't get whatever it is. Just things did not go my way. There's nothing I can do about it. I did everything that I could to obtain that, to keep it, to have it, to whatever it is that you wanted to have in that thing. You did everything in your power that you knew how to hold on to that thing. But for whatever reason, it didn't work out. So now you have to make peace with it. You have to literally say, it's okay, I have to let it go. Because remember from the rejection video that I talked to you guys about, God's way of directing your path is to take you away from what you want so He can get you to what you need. Sometimes you have to make peace with things to see what God has for you. Moving on in life meaning you just have to make sure your mind is at peace about that situation. When you play that memory back, how are you feeling about it? If you're filled with probably regrets, if you're filled with probably hatred, if you're filled with probably sadness and just bad things going on in your mind, then you haven't made peace with it. You have not made peace with it. Making peace means you just have to literally mention what it is that you lost. And just see to it that it doesn't bother you. You're not connected with those emotions of loss. You've let it go. Seriously, meaning I've let it go to make sure I would never get it again. Not to say that you're giving up on your dreams per se, no. But then one side, that door was shut down. That door was closed. So you just have to speak peace into your mind. To say, I tried, I did. I went after it. Whatever it is, it could be. Life is all about being rejected sometimes. You have to know where you belong. You have to find where you are going. And pain is the only way that gives us that. As sad as it is. Pain is the only thing that gives us a sense of direction, and it kind of gives you a character. It molds you. It gives you certain character to get you to the next level. So if you haven't made peace with this side over here, you haven't graduated life. You have not graduated, because think of it this way. When you're in school, you're going to go through classes, take, all this tests, and you go through the courses and the lessons. But somehow, before you can move on to the next class, or you can move on to the next level of that school or education, what do you have to go through? A test. When you go through a test, you have to pass that test in order to get to your next level. The test of life that I'm talking about is making peace with things. Seeing to it that it doesn't bother you. Seeing to it that you're not connected with the loss. Seeing to it that you have no regrets about whatever it is that you left back there. Seeing to it that you left a good taste of memory of your whatever taste you're going to have about it. See to it that it does not give you bad vibes about it, because you have accepted what you couldn't have. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, God has to direct you on that. So in order for you to graduate life and qualify to really live this life the way God meant for you to live it, you have to make peace with people that you fell off with. You have to make peace with situations that just didn't work for your favor. You have to make peace with everything that didn't work out for your good. And it is the only way you're going to feel liberated to move forward. But remember this. Don't ever give up on what you lost because this situation right here didn't work out. Still have your dreams. Still have your desires. Still have your whatever it is that you're yearning for. Still go after it. Don't stop just because this side right here didn't work out. Do not stop. You still have to have it. You just have to find out where are you going to find it. Because a lot of us could be thinking it's in California and maybe it's all the way in New York. Just because things didn't work out in California does not necessarily mean that you're not going to find it in New York. You see what I'm saying? You just have to make sure that you make peace with things and move forward and see to it that you don't have a bitterness and anger or bad taste about that situation. And once you make peace with that, ask God to hold your hand and guide you, take you to where He wants you to go. Take you to the people that He sees fits into your destiny, into your journey. See to it that you hold God's hands and ask Him to take you whatever it is that He wants to take you. But when you're moving forward, don't look back and what didn't work out and have a bad memory about it. Because if you keep looking back, you're gradually losing your momentum. Make peace with it. Make sure you graduate like I told you. And then after that, continue praying God and asking Him to take you where you're supposed to go. Don't give up. Make peace. See to it that your memory is always clear. In other words, you will live a life with no regrets. A well-lived life is filled with no regrets. And the beautiful thing about living a life of no regrets is you have made peace with everything that didn't work out. That's going to be back there at the back of your life where you move forward. So guys, I hope that this made sense. I will look forward into talking to you guys in the next video. And until then, take care of yourself until you hear from me again. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.